Nobby, and welcome to the Twig Science Lab. Whew. I was just outside enjoying the sun when suddenly the sky got dark and the air turned really cool. I only just made it inside before it started raining. But why do you think the weather turned so quickly? Let's investigate. For this investigation, we'll need ice cubes, hot but not boiling water, a clear heat-resistant jar, a plate, and hairspray. We're going to carry out two awesome investigations, which will help us understand how rain and clouds form. For the first investigation, let's add hot water to the jar. This represents the hydrosphere, which has been warmed by the sun. Now remember, the hydrosphere is all of Earth's water. Next, let's add a plate on top. And some ice cubes too. The cold plate represents the cold air in the atmosphere. The atmosphere is a scientific term for the air that surrounds the Earth. Let's leave this for a few minutes. What do we observe when we look inside the jar? Can you see the drops forming at the bottom of the plate? What about the drops running down the sides of the jar? This is evidence of an interaction taking place between the hydrosphere and the atmosphere. When the sun heats water, that energy helps change the liquid into a gas called water vapor. This process is known as evaporation. The water vapor then rises up and cools as it interacts with the cold air high up in the atmosphere. As this happens, the particles of water lose energy and change back into a liquid. This process is called condensation. The water particles join to create bigger, heavier droplets that eventually fall back to the Earth as rain or precipitation. Rain is caused by the interactions between the hydrosphere and the atmosphere. The rain is the effect of these interactions. But what about clouds? We always see clouds before it rains. So let's investigate clouds. Like our first investigation, let's add hot water to the jar. Then place a plate on top and add some ice. This time, let's spray some hairspray in the jar and quickly replace the plate. The tiny particles in the hairspray represent the dust and smoke particles in the atmosphere. What do you observe? Yeah, we've made a cloud in a jar. What interactions are taking place? The water vapor rising up from the hot water is condensing around the tiny particles in the hairspray. This is exactly what happens when real clouds form. Clouds are formed when water droplets that are formed in the air interact with dust and smoke particles in the atmosphere. The water particles collect around these tiny solid particles and get pushed together, forming clouds. Let's remove the plate and take a look. Whoa, did you see that? Just like the dust and smoke in the air, the hairspray has joined with the water droplets to form clouds. So hydrologists, what did those investigations show us? When the Earth's water, or hydrosphere, interacts with the atmosphere, they create rain. See you next time.